Are you in debt? Have you started paying off your debt? With the cost of living now, some people are forced to get into debt to survive. Many people are in debt, and if you don't know how to manage your finances, then it will be harder to get out of the debt you're in. Debt can affect multiple aspects of people's lives and the economy. The question is, how can you deal with debt? As soon as you start paying your debt, you'll definitely feel its effects on your financial stability. You won't have much left off of your salary. You'll have to sacrifice this and that, especially if you're paying for a number of debts you have. All of this can be stressful to deal with, so it's best that you implement strategies. When you start lessening the amount of debt you have, you'll feel more financially stable. You'll have more left of your salary rather than having to use it to pay for your debts. Today, I'll share with you some tips that you can apply to yourself to deal with your debts, if any. If you try to follow these simple steps, then you could be debt-free sooner than you think. Number 1. Say bye to the credit cards. To start paying off your debt, to be debt-free, first and foremost, you have to stop getting into debt. Credit is essentially debt, so you have to stop using credit. With how easy and accessible credit cards are, the more you'll be tempted to spend, which can cause you to overspend money that you don't have or need to pay for your existing debt. Then, add the interest to your credit card debt, which just adds to more of your debt. It's important that you discipline yourself and not spend the money you don't have. Take your credit card out of your wallet to free yourself from the temptation. When you're using your credit card, it can feel as if you're getting things for free since you don't have to actually pay for it just yet. But these credit card purchases pile up, and before you know it, you've just put yourself in more debt. Don't make an excuse that you can't live your life if you can't buy this or that. Your mindset for the betterment of your personal finances also matter here. Remind yourself that what you have is enough, and that by paying off your debt, you'll be more free to choose to do what you want with less financial anxiety. Everyone has wants and needs. It's up to you to decide if it's practical and feasible. Based on the financial standing you're in, you may want a bigger house, a nicer and newer car, or a new phone or laptop. And yes, there's no denying the fact that new things are nice, but is it worth the trouble of adding more to your debt, delaying your financial freedom? Number 2, make a strategy. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, but you can try one that is used by many who pay off their debts. This is when you pay off your smallest debt, put in the extra money in a small loan by dollar amount, and pay for it in minimum partial payments while also paying for the bigger debts. It would be better if you could focus on paying off a specific debt first before moving to another for you to be less overwhelmed. You can also try paying your debts first with the highest interest. You should choose a strategy that you know you can follow. You'll need a lot of self-awareness to know what best suits you and your spending habits. Having a strategy will give you direction, a path that you can focus on instead of just doing whatever without a definite plan and a goal. Make the necessary adjustments to keep with a plan. The 50-30-20 strategy is something you can try as well, where you set aside 50% for the expenses of your essentials, 30% for wants, and 20% for saving to pay off your debts. Before we continue on to the next step, I'd like to ask, how do you budget your monthly income? Suggest some tips to those who struggle with debt as well, and share it with us in the comments below so we can all help each other out. Number 3, raise your income. The lack of money is mainly because of 2 things. It's either you aren't earning anything or aren't earning enough, or you're spending too much. If the less fortunate earned enough, then they wouldn't lack money. If billionaires were earning $1 billion a year but lacked control over their finances, then they would eventually not have enough either. Whatever your financial standing may be, it's important that you have control over your personal finances because money is something that can be lost so quickly if you aren't wise enough. Raising your income isn't easy. Some things you can try are to ask for a raise, work to get a promotion, switch jobs that can give you more income, or do some overtime. You can also look for a job on the side that can give you more income if it's feasible. It doesn't have to be a full-time job. It could just be a part-time job so that you could still have time for yourself. The additional money could be solely for paying off your debt, and little by little, you'll see the difference it's making for your financial stability. Being debt-free could take a long time, but stick to the plan and stay motivated, and you're sure to be debt-free eventually. Any progress, no matter how small, is progress. So take a step into the right direction and keep going. Try using these suggestions and put in the effort for you to be debt-free. Invest in yourself and in financial education for a better future and a better you. That's all for this video, eggheads. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell to be part of our Egghead Finance community. See you in the next video.